All right, so now we get to the bit where the women start taking over. The bit I like. Hedda Gabler, of course, is the play we probably all know. I played the Master Builder, which was a breakthrough for me when I was a young actor. But The Doll's House is the one that has been done more often, most recently, and I think you'll see why as I read the last speech of the play. I don't know, I think it's all self-explanatory, so and if not, I'm a bad actor, so let's see. She's talking to her husband, and, well, "You do not understand me, Torvald, and I have never understood you until tonight. When I was about to be accused of falsifying records and misusing money, I knew in my heart that you would save me because you love me. But you didn't. Instead, you said, 'No man would sacrifice his honor for love.' And then I realized that that is what women have always done. They always sacrifice who they are and how they feel inside themselves again and again for love, or what they think is love. But tonight we're going to settle accounts, Torvald, once and for all, for I do not love you, and I believe you have never loved me. Do you realize this is the first time in 8 years that you and I have actually talked to each other? Does that not seem odd to you? For 8 years I've been your doll child, your little lark living in the doll's house, caught in my gilded cage. But I have been wrong, Torvald, first by Papa and then by you, the two people who say they care for me most. When I lived with Papa before I came to you, he spoke and I believed him. He never once asked me to speak. He announced the correct position on any topic, and I just assumed that that was the truth. And then I left Papa's house and came here to your house, and you too assumed that I would think as you did, that I was your little wife, the sweet thing to be spoiled and petted. And in return I would bear you 3 children. I was your doll child, and the children were my doll children. And when they grow up, will they teach their children to always think as Papa thinks, and their children after them? It is not right, Torvald. Everything has been arranged the way you think it should be arranged. And it was not until today that I realized I do not think the way you think, and that I may feel very differently from the way you feel. And I'm beginning to see you, Torvald, and also to see myself. I have had no thoughts of my own, or if I had, I stopped them so swiftly because I knew you would not like them, that they would not please you. I have to leave this place, Torvald. You say I am abandoning my most sacred vows, my duties to my husband and to my children. You say it is my religious duty to stay with you, and the law certainly agrees with you. And I know when I leave this house, the law says I have abandoned all rights, and it frees you from any responsibility towards me. But I must go, Torvald, because I have another duty, another task I must do. I have to try and educate myself. I have to stand completely alone if I'm ever going to discover what I think or feel, or how I can understand the world out there if I do not understand myself. I can't go on living with you and being your doll child. How can I know what it means to be a wife and a mother if I know nothing of the world? I do not even know who I am myself. But today I did realize something, that I am a human being, no less than you, and I ought at least to try and become one. I know many people think you are right. There are many books that say so. The law says so. The church says so. But I don't know what I say, and so I'm going to go away to find out what it is that I think. I want nothing from you. I will go back to my hometown and find work there. Here is my ring, Torvald. You have no more responsibilities towards me. I will not say goodbye to the children. You know, Torvald, if I could find out who I am, and if by leaving you, you could examine your life and try and understand beyond your usual views, then perhaps as different people, we could know each other again. But that would take a miracle. And I no longer believe that miracles come true. So I must go now before I get frightened or your disapproval works on me or I hear Papa's voice telling me what to do. I do not know what will happen, but I will be learning, Torvald, and I will be learning for myself. Goodbye.